Good afternoon, dear students. Am I audible to you? Can you hear me? Hello. Dear students, am I audible to you? Can you hear me? Kalash, Prashant, Prashun, Ketan, Anubhav, Isha. Hello. Hello. Hello, dear students. Can you hear me? Should I off this class then? Hello. Yes, can you hear me? Am I audible to you? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Ketan, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm not receiving response from you all.
तो मैंने तो अभी जस्ट ज्वाइन किया है.
What with others? Jitendra, Ronik, Anubhav, Harshit, Gaurav, Rishabh, Prashun, Prashant, Isha.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what we are discussing?
Sir.
Okay. What we were discussing in the last class? Can you please tell me? Anyone can tell me what we were discussing? In the
Sir, word formation.
word formation. Okay. Word formation. So, okay, we were revising. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Now you tell me. Have we talked about intonation?
Sir?
Intonation, emphasis, and intonation. We have talked about.
No, sir.
इंटोनेशन नहीं पढ़ा आप लोगों ने? राइजिंग इंटोनेशन, फॉलिंग इंटोनेशन.
No, sir.
Okay, so let's today let's do it. Huh? Acha, one information I would like to give you. Actually, on Thursday and Friday, there is a seminar conference in the Department of English. So classes will not run that for 2 days. So now you tell me, if you want an extra class on the behalf of these two classes, I can engage on Sunday or on Monday, because Monday onwards we don't have any class. So now if you want, give me a WhatsApp message that okay, sir, we want extra class, so I'll engage. If you don't want, say then write message that we do not want any class. Okay, that is up to you. You have to do. Okay, is it fine? So drop me a WhatsApp message on your group, so I'll engage this one. Okay, in the evening on Sunday or on Monday, just for an hour or 40 minutes, I'll engage one class of you. Hmm? Okay, we were discussing then. Give me a minute. I have shared a sheet with you of this intonation and emphasis. Haven't we talked about this one? Emphasis and intonation? Hello? Hello? Hello?
No, sir.
Okay. So see, what is emphasis? So let's talk about it. Look at the word, look at the this slide carefully. You have stolen my pen. Can you please find out where the emphasis? You have stolen my pen. Emphasis is on my pen. See? When I say you have stolen, the emphasis is on the verb stolen. You have stolen. So what are the three different meaning of these three words? So look at it. If you have stolen my pen, now you're saying that you have stolen not someone else's pen, but my pen. You have not done something else, but you have stolen my pen. And not only else have done this, but you have stolen my pen. So when you say these three emphasis, it means we are talking about three different things. Okay, here focus was on my pen, here emphasis was on stolen, and here emphasis was on you. Okay, so this is the object, this is verb, and this is pronoun we're talking about. Same sentence we have. I want, not someone else. I. Then again, I what? I want. Then again, I want what? I want you. I want you to do what? To read. I want you to read it. Read what? To it. And what I want you to read it in which way? Aloud. So see the shift of emphasis will tell you that how you are being particular while speaking and while talking to other person. Okay, that's very important. And now see, now exactly. So what emphasis is, why we call it emphasis? See, so for me, if you ask me, in one line, I can say that emphasis is the extra force. Okay, the extra force you give on a particular word for what? To give a special meaning. Are you getting my point? And what you do, you pronounce it louder and longer. This is what emphasis is all about. This is what emphasis is all about. Okay, so the extra force to give a special meaning, that is louder and longer, okay, on a particular word, this is known as the emphasis. Am I till here? Am I clear or not? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now he's going to the market. He's going to the market. He's going to the market. See, when you put he is going to the market, so not someone else, only he is going to the market. Then what he's doing, he's going to the market. And he's going where? He's going to the market. See, so there are three, same sentence can be read in three different ways, and telling you three different meanings that we're talking about, and that can be easily understood and detected with the help of the emphasis. And now see here, we're going to talk about the intonation in one line. What is intonation? Here we are talking about your tonal pattern, the tonality, okay, in which tone you say. So intonation, there's a wide difference between intonation and grammar. Grammar focuses on what we say, where intonation focuses how we say things. Okay, we feel there's a particular way of saying something. Suppose that if you're being louder and longer, it means that can be a command. Do it now. And if you are meek and humble and with the low voice, you can say, please do this. See, so this also tells the different, this also talks about the different moods of the speaker. Okay, in which mood he is, and in which which way he is conveying his specific meaning with a particular word. This is we are talking about here, that intonation is about how we say things rather than what we say. Okay, so and how do you understand? We can understand this thing with the rise and fall while speaking. You sometimes it happens that you go on a rise tone, and sometimes you go on a falling tone, and this the shift of this stress will tell us that what exactly you want to say, and in which way you are putting the things. Okay, it sometimes it also brings musicality in a particular language, like twinkle twinkle little star, like this. So there's a musicality that's also focuses on the lyrical sounds, L, M, and Angya, and the rising and falling of the voices. Okay, again, this will give you a convey a specific meaning. So in one line, I can say intonation focuses on how we say things, with the extra focus on rising and falling of the voices, conveying a specific meaning and also indicating the mood of the speaker. Till here, am I clear or not? Hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Am I clear, everyone? Again, we have a
Yes,
two.
sir.
Okay, again we have a two basic patterns of intonation. The first is known as a falling intonation, and second is known as a rising intonation. Okay, now what is falling intonation? Falling intonation can be indicated by the downward arrow. See, this is downward arrow. This is the example of the falling intonation. And rising intonation, raise in a voice, rise in a voice. Then again, this is known as a rising intonation. Okay, upward arrow. Okay, now see next. What is falling intonation? What is falling intonation? Generally used. Now, this you need to understand. Falling intonation sometimes stands for, you're when you use falling intonation, it means you are talking about end and you are going slow. Falling intonation means what? Now you are less stress is there. For example, usually in statements, commands, WH questions, rhetorical questions, and exclamatory sentences, we go for falling intonation. For example, see, go there. So on go, there is a rise, but on there is a fall. See, go there, go there. See, go, rise intonation, and there, falling intonation. Put the book on the table, put the book on the table. On the table, see, when you're saying table, again, end is there. So basically, falling tone is talking about the conclusion or talking about the end of something. Okay, then again, when we have a statements like, my father wants to change his car, haze पे focus था, car पे देखो falling intonation is there. Today we face different problems. Again, problems पे shift is stress is low. So this is what we're talking about around statements, commands. Then like rhetorical questions like, it is raining, isn't it? It is raining, isn't it? When you say isn't it, isn't we focus the rising tone on isn't, but on it, falling tone is there. So at the end, you find falling tone when you have a statement, commands, and rhetorical questions. He doesn't understand the seriousness of the situation. Does he? Like this. Again, WS questions like, where do you live in? Where do you live in? In देखो in पे हम नीचे आ रहे हैं. Where do you live in? When will the market open? Okay, again there is a downward stress. So this is what you know. And one more thing is the exclamation. What a beautiful painting! What a beautiful painting! See, falling tone is there. How nice of you! Again, falling tone is there. So when we have a statements, commands, WH question, rhetorical question, and exclamation, at the end you'll find the falling tone. Till here, am I clear or not? Falling tone is clear to you?
Yes, sir.
How many basic patterns are there of intonation? So there are two basic patterns of intonation. The first is falling tone and second is a rising tone, or falling intonation and rising intonation. See, what is rising intonation? Indicate this some more information is required. Okay. Whenever there is something which is rising, it means something more is required. Some more information is required. Some more participation in the discussion is required. This you need to understand. Okay. So whenever there is a rise in intonation, it means the speaker is, you know, being encouraged to participate in a discussion, or he or she wants more information about a particular thing. For example, look at the yes no questions. Did you talk to him? See the how questions like how questions go like, did you talk to him? Talk to him. In that case, you have, rising tone is there. Are you going now? Rising tone is there. Are you going now? Did you talk to him? Are you going now? Rising tone. At last you find a rising tone. Question tags like, you're from Kampu, aren't you? Rising tone is there. You are a student from management, aren't you? Again, rising tone is there. Okay. When you're going for a reading list, see, whenever you are reading list, you will go rising, but at the end the intonation will be falling. For example, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. See, on the 10, falling tone is there. So at the end, falling tone is there, but when you're going for go for rising, 1 2 3 4, rising tone is there. Okay. Then, okay. Now, in the statements, to make it a question or doubt its true value. See what I'm saying, that when statements are coming as a question, for example, sometimes it happens that you know mm, आप जाओगे ना, you ask like this, he will come he will come here. So when positive sentences will act as an interrogative sentences, statements will act as an interrogative sentence, like Rakesh will move to Mathura. Rakesh will move to Mathura, like this. Okay. So again, you find at the end there is a rising tone. So basically, rising tone, comes with what? With yes no questions. Then we have a question tags. Then we have a reading a list, and then we have a when statements are coming as a questions or doubt. Till here, am I clear or not? Hello.
Yes, sir, clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's talk about. Just give me a minute. Okay. Now, see. So till here, what we have done, we have talked about rising and falling intonation. Falling intonation with go with statement, commands, exclamation, question tags, and rhetorical questions. And rising intonation go with yes, no questions, question tags, questions when statements come as a question, and reading a list. Okay. Now, now we are talking about this segment. We can have combination of these two patterns as well. Now we can find these two things in a combination. You will find rise to fall. पहले rise intonation होगा, फिर falling intonation होगा कब? When you have a choice and list. So when you're talking about choice and list and unfinished thoughts, you'll find rise to fall intonation. For example, are you leaving today or tomorrow? See, are you leaving today or tomorrow? Today, rising intonation. See, rising intonation. Tomorrow, falling intonation. Choices are there. Do you speak Hindi or English? See, Hindi rising and English falling. List, my father has bought bananas, oranges, and guavas. See, falling tone is there. Yesterday, I bought a car for my father, a scooter for my wife, and a cycle for my son. See, falling tone is there. So when you have a choices and list and unfinished thoughts, well, the scooter is good, but unfinished. So you both live in Mathura. Well, Rohan does, but. So when you have unfinished thoughts, you'll go for rise to fall. And when you go for fall to rise, when you are not certain about something, when you are not willing to answer, or when you are not somehow hesitant to answer, when you don't know the answer, or when you are not willing to answer, in these two cases, you find that okay, So would you like to elaborate this? Well, I suppose sub देखो sub पे falling tone, pose पे rising tone. Again, I don't remember re पे falling tone, member पे rising tone. So when you are hesitant and reluctant to talk or to answer, when you don't know, when you do not want to reply, in that case you'll go for fall to rise. Now tell me, till here am I clear or not? Till here anyone has any question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Please go on. What question is there?
No, sir. It's clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Clear.
everyone is clear. So there may be some very important questions from this section. So please go through it. You'll have some important questions from this section. Definitely some questions will come from this section. At least what is rising tone, what is falling tone. So let's go for a quick revision of what is emphasis. When you put extra force on a particular word, okay? See, this is the emphasis, particular word to give a special meaning. What is intonation? Intonation, how we say things, focusing on the rise and fall of the particular word, and indicates mood of the speaker. Then what is how many types of how many patterns are there? Basic patterns are there of intonation. So rising and falling. Where we'll go for falling? Statement, commands, WS questions, rhetorical questions, and exclamatory sentences. When you go for rising, then for rising we have a yes no questions like question tags, reading a list, and when statements will come as a question. Then we find that what rise to fall kab hoga? When you have a choices list and unfinished thoughts. Or fall to rise kab hoga? When you have hesitation and we are not willing to answer, reluctant to answer. Okay. Now this segment is very important, so please look at this. Now till here, am I clear? Anyone has anything to ask? हेलो, ईशा, केतन, हर्षित, कुछ पूछना है किसी को?
No, sir.
अच्छा सुनो,
No, sir.
प्लीज मुझे रिप्लाई कर देना व्हाट्सएप पे कि आप लोगों को क्या आप लोगों को एक्स्ट्रा क्लास चाहिए? डू यू फील दैट समथिंग यू हैव टू आस्क? Do you feel any need of asking, of doubt and something?
No, sir.
No, sir. I don't think.
तो एटलीस्ट आप में से कोई भी मुझे मैसेज व्हाट्सएप पे डाल दे कि सभी डोंट रिक्वायर्ड एनी एक्स्ट्रा क्लास, है ना, और एनी क्लास फॉर नाउ, विल गो फॉर प्रिपरेशन. तो मुझे एटलीस्ट ये हो रहा है ना कि आई कन्वे एंड देन आई आस्क देम कि ओके आप एक्स्ट्रा क्लास एंगेज ना करें, अदरवाइज दे विल एंगेज एक्स्ट्रा क्लास ऑन मंडे और संडे परहैप्स. ठीक है, तो एटलीस्ट आप मुझे एक मैसेज डाल दो.
Okay, sir.
Okay, then thank you for today. Anything you want to ask today? Anything? Any question? Anyone wants to ask anything? Any doubt? Anything? Any pattern? Which you want to know, learn something? Want to get clarified? Anything?
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, then thank you for today. Bye, beta. Bye, everyone.